Hi everybody, this is Karen from our house and I am back with another video. This time it's going to be about homeschooling. I'm starting a series on the Robinson curriculum, kind of like a how-to, our family does it. And this was one that was requested, was on how do I get my kids to write essays every day? What's my process with that? So I'm going to share with you how I do it. The Robinson curriculum doesn't really have a big step-by-step guide, but I do want to recommend a book from Rod and Staff, and it's called Learning Essay Writing, which is kind of where I got a lot of my help from. Basically, there's 4 types of essays, right? Exposition, explaining an idea or process. Argumentation, setting out to prove something. Description, just kind of a, how something looks, sounds, and feels. And then narration, telling a story. And then it also explains how, you want your kids to get started, make an outline, and then also organize their thoughts. Obviously write an introduction, work on the body, and then the conclusion of the essay. So how do I do it? Okay, so basically I start around age 5 where kids write, do copy work. I start off with copy work, and so they'll do maybe a proverb of the day from the Bible, and then I'll move on to paragraphs from a book that we're reading in their book list, or a nursery rhyme, things like that. So they're copying from a book. Then I will alternate that with dictation. So I'll do maybe 2 days a week dictation, 3 days a week, copy work. 5, 6, 7 years old, depending on their level when they're better with writing. I like to use pen time writing books to get them started. I start off with the 1-2 printing, and then by 2 they start cursive, I believe. And I do make them write in cursive. So that's just my process. So once they're doing copy work and dictation work, then I start to kind of bump it up a bit and wean off the dictation, because that's just not, this is supposed to be self-taught curriculum, so I don't want to be sitting there just reading for them to copy. The goal is for them to be independent and writing independently. Okay, so then they're moving on to paragraphs. Then I move on to more writing, which I give them a choice at first, and that's, do they want to write letters or do they want to write a paragraph? Most of the time they pick letters because I'm not as strict on them. I do correct them and they will have to make the changes, but they can draw pictures on them, so it's more fun, and they like keeping in touch with family and friends that way. So they'll either write a letter or their own paragraph. No more copying. Now this is them coming up with their own content. Okay, so, and I do give them a choice. I can either give them a prompt, or they can come up with their own topic that they want to write on. And I really like this because I like seeing what they come up with. It's like a little window into their souls, what they're thinking, what's going on in their lives. So I really appreciate when they write their own stuff. Okay, so then after I cut them off from the letters, they'll still write letters to friends and family, but now it's just, you must write every day. We're going from paragraph maybe 3 times a week to 2 full essays twice a week. And so eventually we move on to an essay every single day. It goes after their math. So as soon as they're done with math, they write their essay, and then they'll do their reading. I kind of try to do, the hardest stuff to the easiest stuff, progressing throughout the day. So starting off with math, then writing, then reading. Okay, so then at the point where they're doing an essay every single day, at first I'm not too strict on, it has to be like a 5-point essay, and you have to have your introduction, your body, and your conclusion. I kind of just let them do a page of their own writing. I just correct the grammar, the spelling, the punctuation. But then after a while, I will start to get more strict on, no, you need to define the introduction, you need to define the body, and define the conclusion. So usually by age 9, they're writing much better quality essays. But again, that's different for every child. It just depends on your child's level, where they're at. But that's my progression. So small copy work, dictation, / book copy work, letters or paragraphs on their own, daily paragraphs, then paragraphs / daily essays mixed in until they get to daily essay every day. And then that's it. And then when you get to daily essays every day, obviously it's, you know, decent to better quality essays. And then you're more strict on, you know, the outline, presentation, conclusion, the body, the conclusion, etc. So that is how I do the Robinson Curriculum daily essay. That's my progression of it. I have right now a 6-year-old and he's doing copy work. And then I have a 8-year-old and a 9-year-old who are both just doing full essays every day, and I correct them and they rewrite them. And what we just keep them in a notebook. They each have their own, you know, notebook. When things are super cheap on Walmart for back to school, I stock up on cases of notebooks, and that's all we really use besides our books. So they just keep them in that, and it's easy to save if you want to keep them. If this was helpful to you and you're interested in the Robinson curriculum or even just other ways of applying, you know, this could be good for anybody's curriculum, then subscribe and stay tuned for more homeschooling moments. Thanks for watching. Bye.